Welcome to the Potion Podcast, your raw look at the hospitality industry, brought to you by SHC. Like, you fucked up. Like, little Jumbo, I look back, it's like, I could have dealt with my shareholders better. I shouldn't have had so many concessions in my shareholders agreement in the very beginning that I lost control of my own place. So if you take full responsibility for your actions that led you to that path, but then also understand that you can't control everything, it makes it a little bit easier. It's still hard, but it makes it a little bit easier to have those conversations with yourself. And no one else is going to fix it for you. You can have like, I have a wonderful wife, Jill supports me a million. But you have to have those uncomfortable conversations with yourself to make it work. And so, yeah, understand that you can't control everything, but also understand that everything that you do and the path that you lead to is completely your fault.
Yeah.
And that's how I dealt with it.
Yeah, I think, a lot of times people think when you say like you got to let go of your ego, they think it means like you're vain or like you are extremely, like obsessed with yourself. But that's not what it means at all. Everyone has an ego, and it will tell you anything it can to protect you from the truth, as hard as it may be to swallow. Like you saying, to understand that it's okay to this is your fault. You have to own up for everything that's happened. It happened because of decisions you made. But to understand that, you're a human being and that's okay, but own it, right? I think the thing that gets in the way of people being able to handle those situations is ego. And it's not, out of any fault of their own. It's not because they're vain or, obsessive with themselves. It's just because there's not that self-awareness of what ego actually is. So I appreciate you saying that, because it's the quickest path to, setting yourself free when you get into those sticky, horrible situations that are tough on your life.
And it's the same thing with management and staff. Like, you can't complain about your staff as a manager because you hired them. It's your fault. If you're going through something with your staff and it's a bad situation, they're not performing or XYZ, like, you hired them. It's not the staff member's fault. Like, and if you hired them and you didn't have that transparent conversation, like, if you take full responsibility of everything you did, I don't blame anybody for anything that's bad that's happened to me. Like, I just don't have that sort of in me anymore. I used to a lot, but I know that I was the one that signed the contract. I was the one that said, yes, we should proceed. Yes, we should do this. Yes, we should that. Like, it was completely my fault. And if you do that, it makes your life way easier. I think the positives and negatives go hand in hand. Like, if you're going to take blame, if you're going to take full responsibility for all your failures, you can't over celebrate all your successes, because when you over celebrate all your successes, what happens is that it never lives up to what you're in your head, like what your ego is going to, like you said, ego, like what your ego is going to say. Like, I thought when I wrote Cocktail Culture and released my first book in 2013, everything was going to change. Nothing changed. Like, when I did Great Northern Cocktail, oh yeah, everything's going to change. Nothing changed. They're just really expensive business cards, and like really expensive and really like tons of work business cards. Same thing with BC Spirits. So now for myself, for success, I don't have expectations of post-success. I think that's why people keep asking me what my end game is. Like, what's my end game? I'm going to open a venue. I'm going to have a couple of venues. Like, what is my end game? And I don't think I have one, purely because of that. Because I know that getting a new contract isn't going to change what I'm doing. I have a goal. I have a single goal of what I'm leading to, but if you don't let the mistakes get you down, you can't let the successes get you up. That sound bad, but
Get up.
Yeah, but that's exactly the thing. You can't You can't go, yep, mistakes happen, my failures, I'm going to deal with it and move on, done, and then expect your successes to give you a high. So for me, it's like, yes, I love the fact that I got a Tales of the Cocktail top 4. Did it change anything? No.
You know, when I first came to Victoria and I saw like Brian Newham competing in cocktail competitions and saw you do the Negroni week 1, and I had that relationship with him where I was like, oh, I want to win. I want to be the best. I want to be the best, blah, blah, blah. But what I found through Bacardi Legacy and some of the other ones that I've done, it was more about community building, making connections, and finding a way with the platform to do well. And you know, obviously, winning feels great, but so does, you know, making a difference for other people and doing good by your industry. So that to me is the most important thing with these cocktail competitions, and kind of balances the emotions of winning or losing. You can always feel proud of making a difference in other people's lives. So that's all of my questions. Do you have any for me?
Thanks for listening, Pose Shifters. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really enjoy sitting down with friends and peers and just chatting about the industry and getting down to the nuts and bolts of what's really going on out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, everything on all the platforms. Just hit it up and I'll do my best to answer any queries or questions you have. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.